Okay, so hey everybody. Tonight, Lindsay, is it Piette or Piette or how do you say your last name?
It's Piette.
Okay, Piette.
Piette.
So it's
Yeah.
very French. Okay. Um, so Lindsay is going to be talking to us. Lindsay is a photographer. She's a mom. She she's a Canadian, and she just kind of like decided she was going to do this, and then she was like, "Okay, boom," and she has this taken off, and she'll get Success Club like 10 or 14 by like the 10th every month. Um, so she's just like committed, and it's not like a luck thing. Um, sometimes coaches like will do really well the first month or two, and then they freak out because like, whoa, what's happening? Nobody's coming to me. This is hard. I don't want to do this. Well, Lindsay's used to hard work. She's run her own business, and she's networked a lot. She's used to like, treating, she sees this as a business and not like just like other people see sometimes like network marketing or like that kind of thing. So she has done great. And that's why we wanted to ask her to share, because I just feel like she has a very different view of her business, and it's working for her. And she's very independent in how she works. She never makes any excuses. I don't hear any of it. She just figures it out, and she does all types of things that other people aren't doing. And I just think that's really, really good. And before she starts, I want to share that. So in what we're going to start doing in 2 weeks, so not this week or next week, obviously not this week, we are going to move our team calls to Monday nights. And what we're going to do is, so basically, just to share, like, for those of you who don't know me, most of you do, I've got 5 kids. I homeschool them. 2 are in diapers. My husband's a nurse, and he went part-time, but his schedule is still like not consistent. We used to have no Tuesdays, and now he's been like working every Tuesday. So it's really inconsistent, and I don't have time to, I feel like, give the highest quality information that I want to the most. And that's why I've been having, coaches guest speak, because I feel like they can add more. So what I've decided to do is move it to Monday nights, because on Monday nights, and I didn't know this until like this summer, and I got into like a higher up group. On Monday nights, the Bombshell Dynasty, which is Lindsay Matway's team, she hosts a call, and she has all of her top like 3-star and above coaches take turns hosting the call. So these calls are from like the elite, all the elite coaches basically. So they're really high quality, all of the talks. So I feel like it's higher quality than what I can give you with the time I have to prep right now. And so what I want to do is everybody go on to those calls. They're at 9 p.m. on Mondays. And then right after, hop on the Zoom with our call. And what we'll do is we'll go through like rank recognition, Success Club. Each coach that has coaches will be able to submit like a shout out for like basically what coaches that week have been the best value adders in their news feed. So just kind of like a time to celebrate as a team and come together without it being too long. And then we also can talk a little about whatever they talked about on their call. So that's going to be like 3 weeks, not this week, next week, but the next week. It's like the first Monday in October. Yeah, so I'll have more information. I'll put more, about that. But I just wanted to kind of get you all in that headspace. I think it will be really, really good. Okay, so I'm recording, and I'm going to hand it over to Lindsay. And I'm going to go ahead, Lindsay. I'm going to put everybody on mute, and then I'm going to take you off, and I'll like wave at you when I take you off. Just a second. Okay, you're good.
Okay, good. So feel free to interrupt if you guys have questions, and I'll just go right ahead. So like Ashley said, I've been self-employed for the last 8 years. So I've just been networking like crazy, not just on Facebook, but also in person. So I go to networking events, a lot of mom events. I have a 4-year-old daughter, so I do a lot of like mompreneur networking, just basically going to any sort of networking groups that I can find in the city, because I feel like the face-to-face networking really, really helps. I've probably grown my Facebook friend list. It's probably doubled in the past year or so, just because I've been getting out there and meeting a lot of new people. So really helps. I have been adding people that I don't necessarily know through Facebook as well that seem to have the same general interests. But there's maybe 30 or 40 that I don't really know. So I think it's really important to not only network online, but also in person. That's huge. And then just I've added pretty much everybody that I know, whether it's from work or anyone that comments on my posts, sends me a message, like they're automatically added onto Facebook. Yeah, getting out and talking to people. Basically, I just try to be approachable all the time. Just try and talk to everybody. So like I walk my daughter to school every morning, and I talk to the crossing guard in the morning, and just try to be approachable and just creating relationships everywhere I go. So when I first started with Beachbody, immediately, I'm just going to try and open a file here. Okay, I think I'm sharing my screen. Can you guys see it? Yeah, okay. So as soon as I started, I didn't really make any sort of major announcement. I started a group that was a free motivational group geared towards helping people live a healthy lifestyle. And I added all of my friends that I thought might be interested in this. And then I also advertised it on different like Facebook platforms. Like I'm part of Mom to Mom Handmade Goods group, and then different yard sale groups and that sort of thing. So it has 189 members. And then I'll randomly post things here and there. It's not something that I always keep up with, but other people will post their fitness journeys as well. Sometimes we'll get people posting about different programs that they're on, and that's fine. I think it just gives them an insight into Beachbody and what I'm doing, and then also what other people are doing that are involved with Beachbody as well. So that's one of the first things that I did, as well as start a page. It's not super busy, and I don't really post a lot on that. I kind of focus on my own profile. Has 89 likes, so I think it's important to have a page because it's your business presence, but just something else that I did there. And then I just started with, I think my first shakeout, I think this is one of my first posts. So I had 3 likes on it and a few comments, and that was it. And then I know Ashley, you said to keep things, like don't make your Facebook, I can't remember exactly how you worded it, but I post a lot of personal photos. So I post a lot of photos of my daughter and I. I feel like it just makes you more personable and kind of puts a face to the business and makes you more relatable. So I do that, and this is one that I posted a couple of weeks ago, I think. So the likes were climbing. Another major thing that I do is, this one was just for my friends because it was my daughter. But for example, this post here, I made it public, and it had, I guess, 38 likes on it. And I got a couple messages from friends of friends because they saw that their friend had liked this post. So I think it's really important to make your post public as well. That's another huge thing. And then this is the most recent one that I did. I think I've been through a lot, and I just have a lot of experiences that I think other people can relate to. So I think it's really, really important just to be completely honest and raw about everything, and just put everything out there and be completely honest with people. I don't feel like you should sugarcoat everything. Just kind of show people what your experiences are, and they're going to relate to them or be happy for you and really come out of the woodwork. So this post is one that I put up yesterday. I ended up having, I think on my page, I think I have, or on my own profile, I have like 60 likes or something. But then I also shared it to a public group, which is Mom to Mom Handmade Goods in London. And it has, I think, about 3,000 members on it. And then I had another like 20 likes on that. And then people commenting on it. So anybody that commented on that, I added as a friend right away. And that Sonia down there, she said, amazing, so proud of you, you look fabulous. And I have no idea who she is. So thought that was pretty awesome. So I added her as a friend. And then just this evening, she sent me a message right away saying, hi, I see you added me to Facebook, would love to hear more about this. So her and her friend, I was just messaging with them. They're both ready to sign up. So basically I still haven't invited anybody. It's been all just making everything public, and I think probably good quality posts, and people are coming to me, which I think is pretty awesome. Obviously there's other people in the same position that I am that are looking for a fix to their lifestyle, I think. So thought that was pretty awesome, but that's basically what I've been doing. Another thing is being a photographer. I think it's really important to properly present your photos and have good photos. Like all my food photos get a lot of likes, even from the beginning. And just like in a restaurant, and I worked in a restaurant for a long time, so that's probably where the presentation comes from. But I think presentation is the key, basically. So even when I cook, if it takes another couple of minutes and I'm just cooking for my daughter and I make sure it looks good, if it's going to be something that I want to take a picture of. And I bring the plate into somewhere with lots of natural light and take a good photo of it. And all my photos I upload through Instagram, and then I edit them through there, add filters, whatever, to make it look better, hashtag it, and then bring it in through Facebook. So I think that's really important. Same with selfies and that. Get in front of, like I barely do them at night. Get in front of some natural light, a nice big window during the day, and I think that makes a huge difference. The only other thing, I guess, for posts, this is one that had 74 comments on it. So even though it's not like Beachbody related, it's just kind of something interactive that people can vote on. And even people that I don't know were commenting on it because their friends had commented on it. And if you guys are like me, you might click through people's photos a little bit and just see what they're all about. So I think that's something else to consider. And basically, I have a lot of people that I don't know coming to me from those groups just saying, tell me about this. I just want some information. So I try to give them a little bit of a description without getting too crazy. I found at first if I was right off the bat asking, hey, are you doing any sort of workout programs, and kind of beating around the bush, that I was losing people. So I kind of created this verbiage that I use in general, and I'd say like 95% of the time the people sign up with me after that. So I start a conversation after giving them some information, and I find that that's really helped, and basically people are ready to sign up after that. Don't know, what else do I have here? Yeah, so I think a big thing is searching through Facebook for local groups that have something to do with you, whether it's mom groups or school groups or real estate or anything like that, and join those and share your posts through there. I think that's really important, as well as get out in the community and meet people and just be active. I've always been a big supporter of local businesses as well. So I find that when you're supporting other local businesses, especially moms, that they come out and they want to support you as well. So that's been really big with my photography as well with this. Just really helps create relationships. And I've done a lot of vendor shows with other direct sales companies. So I find a lot of the ladies that are selling other products are coming to me and asking about Beachbody. Either they want to be involved or use the product. So I think that's pretty awesome as well. And the other thing is, I think just like Ashley always says, be proof of the product. People just see a huge change in me. So I think that's the big selling point. Everyone that knows me sees that I look different, I seem different. And I'm just a big believer of, I've always been a really positive person. So I can always find the good in every situation. And I think it's really important to do things that make you happy. And I'm a big believer in that. And I feel like other people can sense that. I've had people even through text messages saying, oh, I can really feel like the positive energy and that sort of thing. So I really just try to motivate people to like live a better life and be happy. And that's about it. I don't really have any secret recipes. This is just basically what I've been doing. And it's been working so far. So yeah, just been continuing to expand my network. I think that's the biggest thing, basically. You guys have any questions at all?
I have a question, Lindsay.
Okay.
So, like you said, join groups like, real estate or moms groups or whatever that you're interested in. How do you, like you talked about sharing your post in there, how do you connect that? Like, let's say if it's a mom's group or even like real estate or something like that doesn't really have anything to do with fitness, like how do you just start posting about your fitness?
Yeah, I just go, like, I don't really have any shame in that. I just go for it. And I know sometimes I try to stay away from the ones that look like the maybe like challenge group invites I won't post. I'll post more of like a picture of me with a huge description or a story. And I find like that gets more interaction. It might not be deleted because it looks like an ad versus like a challenge group invite. So
yeah. So people are pretty receptive. Like you don't ever have people like that admins or anything like write you and say like, this is not what this group is for.
That happens all the time. And I've had posts deleted, but like rejection is just part of it. And you just can't let that get you down. It's nothing personal, right? They're just running your business too. And whatever. I get rejected all the time. It's okay. It's not a big deal. And then you just move on. You don't do it again. And I probably have like 30 groups on my Facebook. So just kind of gear it towards what might work for your business.
Okay. So you would do because I think that's really, really, and I've heard other like not a lot, but some like top coaches say that this is what they do, but it's nothing that I've really done because I've also struggled with like, well, how do I, are you in there getting to know people, or is it really like you're just part of the group and then when you feel like sharing a post, you share a post?
I've shared on both like yard sale community posts where I don't know anybody, but the one that I get the most response from is a mom-to-mom handmade goods one. So it's all moms that have their own businesses. It's a lot of direct sales companies and a lot of like women that I've been networking with for a long time. So they hold like coffee nights and lunches, and I go out and meet those women. So there's maybe only 50 out of like 2,500 that I know, but there are people that are active in that group that know me. And well.
And you would put like a transformation type picture? Is that more like the kind of stuff you would put?
Yeah, like the last one that I showed you guys, with the top and the bottom picture. I posted that one with a story. So I've posted challenge group invites and I don't find that I get basically any likes on that, but something that people are going to read and see, like a personal picture amongst a bunch of different ads from different companies. I feel like people are going to look at that more.
Is there a call to action at the end of that, or just
I think
credit what you?
Yeah, I kind of tie that in my last one. I put I believe in it so much. That's why I feel the need to share it with you. We only get one life, so why go through it unhappy? Start loving yourself in your life. Add me as a friend, message me, comment, send a carrier pigeon if you're ready to start transforming your life. Let's chat. So I invite people to add me as a friend, basically, or comment on that.
Yeah, and that's not salesy. It shows personality. And,
Yeah.
and you mentioned not sharing personal stuff. I think it's good. I think you're right. You have to let people know who you are. And I think you do such a good job of that. I think the key is that you show yourself a lot of times with your daughter, or your daughter, it's a good picture of your daughter, or she's doing something. I think a lot of people are like, here's the back of my kid's head on a bike. You know what I mean? And it's it doesn't communicate anything. And so I think the key is really communicating, having purpose with all your pictures, and not just using it as a storage, facility for family pics. But I mean, you're doing great, Lindsay. I really, you know what? And that's the thing is, like you said, you haven't invited. I think there's a difference between when people first start and they get people just because it's, new and they kind of go through their warm market. I don't feel like that's what's happening with you. I don't feel like you just put it up, got lucky, people came to your warm market. You are network, you are inviting. You just figured out a way that you feel most authentic and comfortable with. And I think that's what's inspiring, because I think if we all can figure out that authentic method, and it's a skill. I think it's because you tell your story. I think it's because you don't just show a sweaty selfie where you're a mess, or food that flopped. Your presentation is cleaned up with good lighting. You make sure you look good, even if it's a workout picture. And then your story is very, very vulnerable. And I think that juxtaposition of cleaning up the image and telling a raw story, I think it's it connects, really, really well with people.
Presentation is definitely key. If people are scrolling through thousands and thousands of posts, then you want them to stop on yours. So I think that's really important. And the other thing I forgot to mention, with that group, notifications for groups in Facebook are different. So it's not like a page where people are going to scroll through and see 1,000 different posts a day. If you post to a group that somebody's a member of, they're going to get an actual notification of that. So I think they're going to see that before just a personal post. So
that's really good. That's a really good point, that your personal post, and especially your business page, are likely actually not to get seen by people you're not communicating with. Wow, that's really good. I think that should be a challenge. That's the call to action for everybody, is to, if you're not in a group, get in some groups. If you are, really be brave enough to share and be intentional. You know what I mean? Don't be lazy about it. Lindsay, when you say share, do you just copy and repost, or do you somehow share it?
I actually share it from my page.
How do you do that? Because I don't know how to share from a group to a page.
Oh, from a group.
From my page to a group. Sorry.
Okay, I'll show you.
I've seen people do that, and I keep looking, and I don't see how.
You guys are going to see my mess with Facebook here. Okay. So I just go into my page, and then say I wanted to share this post. I hit share, and then instead of share now public, you have to hit this share. And then instead of to your own timeline, you click, and then in a group, and then I have 1,000 or 30 groups that I'm a member of. So I start typing, and then there's my London, Ontario mom to mom.
So do you just be like, this is a good post, I'm beginning brave, boom, 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 share, share, share?
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of doing that.
You're right on with the rejection thing. I've been listening to Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he's like, the reason, a big difference between rich and poor is that the rich, they're not afraid of rejection. They get over it. Where the poor are so afraid of losing something. They're so afraid of losing that they just stay losers. They just keep losing.
I sold real estate for 6 years, so I'm totally used to a rejection or market free for a really long time. So that's tricky. And then also I never look at it as sales. Like even when I was selling real estate, it was always customer service and how can I help these people sort of thing. So it's never been salesy to me.
No, and with all of us, we're all here because somebody did something, tried something that ended up in a, you know what I mean? It's like, who are we to say who's going to receive it one way or another? This is good. I'm taking up all the questions. Do you guys have some more questions for Lindsey? No? Okay. Well, Lindsey, thank you so much. I really learned a lot, and I'm excited to like kind of go back in there and, you know, why like reinvent the wheel and like invest in another social platform if this is one that we haven't really, you know, maximized. Just like getting, you know, just resharing something. It will hopefully help us kind of up our game and filter like of, you know, what we're actually putting together. So great. I'm ready. I know I'm going to get like shut down and like blocked out of every group, but like you said, I'm not in there. Like I'm not like doing stuff in there. I don't like, what's the big deal?
And it's not face to face. It's just,
yeah,
it's behind a computer screen. It's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night. Next week, Audra is going to be sharing. And then the next week after that, we will switch to the Monday nights. So this one, I mean, this was good. You were super concise. Thank you for planning so well. But I think it should be good when we switch to the Dynasty, just because I'm excited about being able to have that time to shout everybody out and celebrate what everybody's doing. And then, you know, not babbling on because I haven't planned well enough. So, all right. Have a good night, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks.